Hi, I'm Leathur Rokk. Welcome to my channel. Want to come with me on a little walk? Not for any particular reason, but just because. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? And I want to show you something a little bit different. If you think it's beautiful today, you guys should wait till tomorrow. It's going to really be awesome. And I got something special to do tomorrow, which I'm not going to talk about. By the time you see this, I will have already done it. Because I think I'm about 2 weeks behind on my filming schedule. But you know, if I was doing a major Hollywood production, it'd probably be more like 6 months lead time. That's how it is when you are a showbiz professional. And even if you're a movie extra, you may be doing something that people won't see for 6 months or maybe a year. Well, follow me. I think I have everything. I got a bunch of stuff in here, and I took my coat off because it's just so beautiful. And I'm gonna walk, and I hope that you guys can see behind me. So this is a very attractive tree-lined street. It looks like a civilized neighborhood. I don't know. This is kind of street like streets that I grew up on here, but this is not one of those streets. But it's close to one of those streets. Oh, and there's a kitty. I see a pussycat. Oh, I see a pussycat. Let's see a pussycat. Let's see a pussycat. Oh, pussycat. Hello, baby. Beautiful kitty. Do you know I want some love? Look at this. Oh, look at this. I have a kitty friend. And don't you know, and I don't know this kitty. I've never seen this kitty before. Look. Look. Hi, baby. So pretty. Oh, you know what? I'm going to set this down so you guys can see. Look. Hi, baby. So pretty. How pretty. Hi. I won't hurt you. I love kitties. Oh, I love kitties. And you're awfully trusting to be here all by yourself. A kitty. Oh, you know I break for kitties. I just love kitties so much. You're so soft and fuzzy. And you look like you're about 4 months old, maybe. How pretty. You look at this kitty's eyes. They're gold. Oh, you smell something on me? It wouldn't be a cat right now, unless you have such a good sense of smell that you could smell from. I have washed my hair, dude. Have you noticed? I washed my hair and I recolored some of it without messing with the braids. Oh, this kitty is sniffing my computer. Oh, kitty, 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 come here, baby. Show everybody. Come here. Where's your kitty? Look at that kitty. Oh, now maybe when I get back in my house, maybe I'll go find Garfield. I've been sticking close to home since my mother got out of the hospital. She's really weak, as you can imagine, and I really don't want to be away from her unnecessarily. I mean, if I have things to do, sure, I'll do them. And she knew that I had something to do now, and she knew that I was going to film afterwards. But that said, I'm supposed to meet a friend in a couple hours that I want to give a magazine to that I didn't this morning, and I forgot to bring it with me when I went to where I just came. Oh, look at the kitty with the pretty gold eyes. Oh, I love you, baby. Pretty kitty. And the kitty's going behind me. And there's a kitty. Oh, look. You want to be internet famous? There's the camera. There's the camera. Show them your eyes. Show everybody how pretty you are. Oh, look at the pretty kitty. Look at that cat. I won't hurt you. I never hurt kitties. I never hurt kitties. Oh, my goodness. And my left knee has been hurting me the past couple of days, and I'm not one for knee pain, but I guess it's arthritis. Say hi. Don't forget about me. I'm not just in the usual places. So, but I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to carry this And we're going to have to say goodbye to this sweet little cat because we have more places to go. And I have to, of course, carry this very carefully so it doesn't accidentally turn off or anything like that. Bye-bye, sweetheart. Bye-bye, sweetheart. I gotta go now. Oh, I gotta go now. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh. See what I mean by beautiful tree-lined streets. Places that people have pride in their landscaping. I think these are crocuses or something. What are these? Things that so many people consider to just be weeds. And these are beautiful, and our pollinators need these flowers. Kitty, 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 kitty. Look, they're growing all over. Look at all these white flowers. Isn't this beautiful? So much of this neighborhood has changed from when I was little. Some of this construction is new. All the wooden steps, this I believe is new. And this is Brighton Avenue School. Oh, it's gotten so high-tech since back in the day. Like, there was no chain link fence protecting the schoolyard then. And when I was there, they didn't have any adult supervision when you were at recess. So if the kids wanted to kick your ass, they could do it. They did separate the boys from the girls, and there was no confusion in those days. And I remember on the other side, there was this tree that I had to start to climb to be where the people couldn't get at me that were trying to kick my ass. Oh, and dodgeball was always hell, because I was always it. And those bastards were so good at throwing the ball my way, because kids are rotten, you know that. And at the time, I had a real, hey, I haven't seen you for ages. Well, the cops kicked me off the boardwalk for playing guitar Saturday. I'll just so you know I'm making a video, but no, it's okay. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I was out there near Tropicana, and I was live streaming because you got the Wi-Fi there, and people advised me that if I had myself on camera, the cops would be less likely to be rude because they know that they were on, especially when it's live streaming. Well, some crazy black man was taking his clothes off and creating a disturbance, and I was kind of filming him because my channel likes to see wild stuff, right? But then all of a sudden the cops came up to me to ask me if I was okay. Bottom line, supervisor showed up. She said, take your hat off, take your thing off, then you have to have a permit. Then even if you have a permit, you can't be down here. You have to clear up your shorts. And it's like, I want to be close to where my friends are. No, not for filming, for playing my guitar, because I was playing guitar. You know, for, as a livelihood. So anyway, bottom line, they told me I need to get a permit and I need to do whatever. And
tell them you're just playing guitar because you want to. That's all. Just tell them you're not doing it for money. Just tell them you're playing guitar.
I should maybe do that, even though they know that's not true.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Prove it.
Because I don't want problems with cops because you get tickets, and next thing you know, you get warrants. Next thing you know, I'm in the same boat as all my friends.
Man, you get a ticket, the judge will throw that shit out. There's too much shit going on right now that if they look at that ticket, the judge sees that ticket, he's throwing it out.
Do you know what the approximate lead time is on when you get a ticket and when you... The reason why I'm saying is because I want to go to LA, take care of some business, and come right back.
Anywhere, about a month.
Okay, all right. Because I was told that, you can't not show up. Because I talked to a lot of friendly cops saying, in the event that I get a ticket, because so many people, you and I both know, they're getting tickets for sleeping, for this, for that. I'm thinking now, my mother, she's old. She just got out of the hospital. She was in a hospital for a fucking month. Mm-hmm. What if she went there and she fell asleep? What if I told her they had or the people we know? Would they ticket her? Because, that would get thrown out right away. And I would make them look so bad that they're targeting people.
I feel like, who was it was a supervisor cop?
There's this female supervisor, looks like a young Billie Jean King cop. And she was in a vehicle. And she told the cops, she was like, they would have been cool and they would have looked the other way. But she basically said, and she stayed there. Female. There were cops. And at first they were cool. They even told me their name and everything.
It wasn't propaganda.
No. These were police, uniform, all that stuff. And like I said, I don't want to. I could tell that I was getting flustered and I was getting a little emotional, and maybe I could have been a bit more cooperative. And I said, if I keep on going down the road I'm going to be a jailbird. And I don't want to do that. So no, I have to chill out, and maybe I will go to they told me to go to 1301 Atlantic, where there's social services, where like the Hope one is, and say that they will help me. First of all, I'm not a junkie. I'm not homeless. So many things that's not, it's like, I think they're lumping all of us in the same exact boat. And it's like, I'm a musician. And I don't want to work. First of all, I can't work a 9 to 5 for lots of reasons, and I don't want to, thank you, I don't want to get into it since I'm filming. But, yeah, I wanted to show my channel a different street and everything, and that's how I came down this way, because I'm tired of showing the same old shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, I need to kind of get going so that I can see my mom. But it's good to see you. It's been months. But I just came from that church dinner that they have once a month.
What church?
You know that Christ died for our sins
Oh,
thing?
I didn't know that.
Once a month, the fourth Sunday of every month, they have a free dinner, 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. The only time it's the third Sunday is November and December, because of the holidays. They do it the third time. Oh, and their Thanksgiving dinner is slaminous. Trust me. All kinds of seafood, all kinds of fancy shit that us unwashed masses don't. All right, good to see you. Yeah. Be safe. Where are my buddies? Huh? Oh. Yeah. Have a good one. But yeah. So beautiful. It's a bit chilly now because the wind's kicking up. But the sun, which I don't normally get in the sun. And the thing is, I have sunblock on my arms, but not my upper arms, and I'm wearing these short sleeves now. And I've got a dog that wants to take a bite out of crime. This is a one-way street. Now, down a block down the road, there's this house on the corner that always had a sundial. It was so awesome. It looked like it had been there since the 1800s, and for all I know, maybe it was. But eventually, they took the lawn, the sod that it was in, and they took it out and replaced it with concrete, and they also took the sundial. I can only imagine whoever first owned the house took his sundial when he maybe moved to another house or something, because why the heck would you take something away from that? Unless maybe you were getting too high of a property value, and the higher your property value is, the better your curb appeal is, the more you're paying in property taxes. So that's a lesson that I learned from my grandparents. I never have thought too much about property taxes because, frankly, all my life, my family, meaning my parents and myself, we only have a rental history. But one year, me, my mother, my father, and my little brother were home to our grandparents, and my grandparents, something had happened that the neighbors decided to pave with asphalt my grandparents' driveway, and she actually had it all dug up and replaced with gravel. And her reasons for that is a gravel driveway is not big on curb appeal. So what happens is you aren't as assessed as high a tax liability. And I thought that was really interesting. Well, gravel is actually really good because it gives you more traction anyway. And if they have heavy rain, because at the time the area was not that built up, and it was much more the country. In fact, when I was a little girl, I always considered Grandma's house out in the country. So it's much more built up now. But when I was a little girl, you could literally walk around naked around there, and there would be nobody around for miles, and they wouldn't see. And in fact, I heard my great-great-grandpa on my father's side, I heard he was a nudist, that they used to run around naked, and they used to have hedges that were like 12 feet high so nobody would see. But this was back in, I guess, the 40s or something. And I never saw anything untoward. My father made sure that we never got exposed to anything that wasn't child appropriate. He really did go, oh man, I almost tripped on that concrete. I would have smashed this computer and you wouldn't even get to see this. And now my foot really hurts because I don't have steel-toed sneakers. And boy, I stubbed my big toe, my right toe, and ooh, I am sore. Here's what the across the street looks like. There's a lot of real good Spanish restaurants here. Mexican, maybe Puerto Rican, Peruvian, whatever. I haven't eaten in any of them or anything, but because we have so many large immigrant populations here, you can get real authentic food. One thing I wish these neighborhoods had was more late night open Chinese, Japanese, different kind of Asian foods. I've said this before, I will say it till I'm blue in the face. We need options that are open past 10 o'clock at night. Say you get a craving, you get the munchies, and you want flavors that are much more complex. You don't have the time to be getting all those ingredients and doing your stir fry or whatever, and you just want to get some takeout. And if you want to eat late at night and you don't want to get overpriced casino food, you're pretty much limited to things like pizza places. And I mean, really, how many pizza places does the town need? There's a place I think that's open till 1 in the morning if you want pizza. But if you want Chinese food, Japanese food, sushi, even something basic like fried rice, and you know, there was this is something I wouldn't mind having, a pull-up bar like that. I have all this fitness equipment that I have in a box that my cats would always sleep up in the window, but I never use a lot of that equipment in the current apartment because the floors are warped, and plus the carpet in my room is really messy. But yeah, I've gotten back to working out again since I realized that I lost a little bit of my muscle tone. And it was my own fault. It was a combination of not eating good food and not doing the weights and all that stuff. You see that industrial-looking building behind me? That's actually the public. It's called the public building. It's actually technically a police department, and that's a relatively new building. I think it was built in 2005. I was in Los Angeles then. Oh, speaking of Peruvian food, coming across a Peruvian restaurant. I haven't been there, but one time when I was in Los Angeles, I was living there in the year 1999, or no, the year 2000. Somebody got some Peruvian food for me. I think it was Peruvian. I'm really not 100% sure. I wish I knew what it was I ate. Let me set it up for you what it was. It had cubed potatoes. It had rice. It had ground beef in it. It had pieces of tomato, but not a tomato sauce. That's nice. You know what? I'm going to go down this way. It was interesting that it had two starches in it, but it was crumbly, like a rice and ground meat mixture. And I loved how it didn't have cheese in it, like so much of certain kinds of Spanish foods tend to throw cheese in everything, and that just ruins it for me because I don't like cheese. But I wish I knew exactly what this was, and I don't know what it was, but it tasted really wonderful. And I wish I had kept the menu from it, but the circumstances behind the meal were really, really weird because the person who got me the food actually was kind of insane, and is somebody who I did not save any souvenirs from the experience, except for maybe a birthday card he gave me where I should have saved it because it would have given some evidence of just how crazy he was. But you know, when you're going through things at the time, sometimes you just want to rid yourself of negativity so you don't hold on to those things that are painful memories of the past. You know. So this is another street that has changed a lot through the years. There's so many little markets that are mostly in Spanish here, but I love that there's Asian things. And right now, coming up to a big Asian supermarket that I've probably been to less than any of the other Asian markets around here, probably because the prices weren't as low, excuse me, as I thought they could have been. But that's this place here. Okay, I'm gonna try. I don't want to walk into the street because I don't want to get run over by all this traffic. But, oh, tell me it's not closed. Oh, crap. You know what? I'm going to, ooh, you know what? The place, it has closed. You see this? It's some kind of Spanish thing. What this used to be, I want to show you. This used to be an Asian market. You see that? T&T Market. Oh man, I hadn't been there since about 4 years before the pandemic. And damn, they're closed. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm one of these kind of people that I like to get some of those really essential ingredients that you would use in a stir fry. Like one of my favorite condiments that I got from an Asian market is toasted sesame oil. Toasted sesame oil is so sublime. You just can't cook with it because if you try to cook with it, it will turn carcinogenic. You can't do that. It's used to make finishing sauces with. You can add this to soy sauce and fine slice some scallions or other kind of onions, and you can use that to dip Asian food in. Yeah, that's a school that, growing up, my parents didn't want me to get beat up in the junior high, so they actually paid for me to go to Catholic school for 7th and 8th grade. At the time, there was a lot of racial tension in the city, and little white girls tended to get their asses beat sometimes, especially if they were a teacher's pet type. And I was precocious in some ways, and maybe a bit socially awkward, as many young people are. See, these grocery stores I haven't been in, that Dominican barber, well, you know I've never been to a barber. I think I am going to add some adornments to my hair, but not tonight. Wow, so much of this stuff I don't recognize. But, oh, and here's something I always like to see. A nice big red, white, and blue American flag. See? These neighborhoods are so interesting. They're full of so many different kinds of people. And I have to be real careful. If I get a big gust of wind, it might possibly catch on his computer, and that wouldn't be good. But I want you to see some real nice looking landscaping and stuff. Some people really take pride in their homes. And of course it helps if you live out of the way of all the riffraff, so you can actually have nice things and potted plants and have furniture around and everything, and not have to worry about some assholes that you don't know sitting on your porch, getting your things dirty, throwing trash around, inviting their buddies, doing crack and heroin, throwing needles around. You don't want to have to deal with that. But this place here is far enough away from the main drags. And let's get away from the noise. Oh my. Very interesting, you guys. People always like to talk real loud when you're trying to film, you notice? Big mouth. Some people just don't have inside voices, even though this is not the inside, I realize that. But I want her to just go. This is so beautiful out. If it was not as windy, it would feel about 10 degrees warmer. I want to I want her to go with her big mouth so that I can film. And I hope you can hear this above the wind. See, I'm a fast walker. I'm walking 3 times as fast as she is, and if I don't let her have lots of leeway, and hopefully she'll make a left or right hand turn. Otherwise, I'm going to catch up to her. Yak, 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 yak. Okay, I think she's far enough away. I can't wait to show you tomorrow. You know, I don't want to be away from my mother for too long, honestly, because she's still very weak from having been in the hospital. She was anemic. She was hooked up to so many IVs, tubes coming in and out of her. She was hooked up to oxygen. She had the fall wristband on her. She was strapped in. She was so attached to so many things there that she couldn't go to the bathroom by herself. And but some nice people visited. Isn't this nice? Our Lady of Guadalupe. Isn't she the patron saint for illegal aliens? Or is that, no, that's San Simon. Yeah, they actually do have a patron saint. I heard that there's a patron saint for drug smugglers too. Now, I wonder if they differentiate between the kind of drug. Like, if there's a patron saint just for people that are bringing weed in, that's cool. But if they have a patron saint for somebody bringing in fentanyl and stuff, that's not good. So, I don't know how they, because I would hope that they differentiate things. Anyway, this bar used to be Coleman's bar, and my dad and I used to drink here. I remember having a cocktail in here when I think I was 14, maybe, which I shouldn't have done. Funny, they would serve me at 14, and no, I don't drink anymore now, but I'm just saying is that I would get carded now if I wanted to go into a cannabis dispensary, but the 14-year-old me could be served a cocktail. What's wrong with this picture? And arguably, what's more dangerous? All these businesses that were not here when I was growing up. But this is such a beautiful day. And I'm sure my mom's going to be fine. I told her that I would make a video before I came home. And as you could see, I didn't lie. So this is my fair little sandbox resort ghetto town. It's got some groovy things and it's got some annoying things. It's got some weird things. It's got some confounding things. If only I could find a way to make a living here. But I will get out of here as soon as I can. And with that, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.